What is going on, my football family, franchise nation? Welcome back for the first Madden 21, really Madden franchise mode features being added to the game since 2019. Seems like forever ago, doesn't it? It's sad that we've gotten to this point, but this is a good day for Franchise Nation. We're going to talk about all these new features. Are they good? Is Madden 21 worth playing again? What can we expect for the future of Madden? Hashtag fix Madden franchise. So let's get into it. This is the press release here from EA. Always a good thing when EA comes out of the grave to talk about franchise mode. Doesn't happen often. Please do hit that like button down below, guys, to help support the channel. So we got some decent stuff here. It's nothing major. Is it worth buying Madden 21 at full price all of a sudden? No, it's not. As I've said, if you can get it used, $30, get it on EA Game Share or whatever it is, if you can find a way to get it used or find a way that you don't actually give your money to EA Sports, still the best, football game on the market right now, at least that wasn't made in 2013. But it's not worth full price. I mean, and it's especially not worth supporting this god-awful company. But we did get something here, and we're at least slowly heading back in the right direction after they completely ignored franchise mode for over a year. So what did we get? Dev trait regression tuning. I actually like this. It sounds like it's just a tune based on how they say it, but it's actually more than that. They are bringing back an older feature. They do that a lot. They take stuff out of the game when they're too lazy to fix it, but it just ends up making franchise more shallow. This was a good feature originally, where players could actually lose development traits based on how they performed. The problem with this was it was not done well. Players would win Defensive Player of the Year and go down. So that's up to be determined if that is fixed here. I imagine there's still going to be problems with this because EA can't do anything right. But what's great about this, and what's great about a lot of this that I think I appreciate the most out of anything EA is doing here, is A, for the first time, like giving us franchise updates in over a year, but B, customization for your league. How many people have screamed this? How many times have I screamed this? That don't worry so much, EA, about this side won't like this side won't like that. Everyone wants a different thing. Yes, that's true. Give us toggles. Give us options. Like, it's not that hard. Put these options in that we can customize what we want from the league. So here you go. You can turn this on or off. If you don't want guys to lose dev traits, you can turn off dev trait regression. So if this is a trend, that is big time for Madden, because for the first time they're giving us real toggleable options, and that's not the first time that shows up in this press release. So that to me is a big win for the Franchise Nation, is the introduction of toggling things so you can customize your league a little bit. But this is good. You're not going to get so flooded with development traits year 3, year 4, especially in online leagues. We're also getting QB Breakout Dev Scenarios. The first time they're adding new scenarios since Madden 20. How did that not happen when the game came out is absolutely beyond me, but we get new quarterback breakout scenarios. You can also change, I believe you can also edit if you want breakouts to spawn in your franchise. This is a big thing we considered for our online league, was those breakout things are just, they're not always so immersive. They're not always accurate. There's also tuning for when those things trigger. I would hope that they didn't just copy and paste their dev trait regression from Madden 20, because it really had flaws. Or that was actually Madden 19. It had flaws. Like I said, Defensive Player of the Year would lose a dev trait. So I hope it's accurate. But the beauty is you can turn it off. If they did it wrong, you can just turn it off. You say, yup, you screwed this one up, EA. That's all right. I don't need it in my game. They added a playoff bracket. This is an aesthetic thing. It's cool. It's a new feature. It's been much needed. Doesn't add much to me, but hopefully that was easy enough to add. I don't really have much to comment on that. Player career card stats. I think Soft Drink Sports just rolled over in his grave when he saw this. A lot of people passionate about this one, obviously, but not as big of a deal for me, but it's something that should have been there that gets added, so that's good. Hallelujah, hallelujah. What the freak were you doing, EA? How was this not in Madden 20 when the game came out freaking a year and a half ago? You add these abilities. You knew it was going to be a split in the community. You knew some of them weren't going to be perfect. You knew people weren't going to like certain abilities. It's finally here. It got to the point where I couldn't even, you guys realized I haven't touched Madden 21. I quit my online league, or at least I'm taking a break. This was the number one reason for that. Every time I loaded up the game, and I still have to do it when I do my roster updates, I think about the fact that you couldn't edit X Factor abilities. The fact that they added this to the game, and it was not... they added abilities to the game, and you couldn't even change the abilities that your players had, knowing that some of them were going to be overpowered, some of them are going to be unrealistic. We've reached a peace with this. You can actually edit them. The fact that this was not in the game should have stripped EA of the exclusive rights to this game to begin with. What a joke. But we're finally here. Madden 21 franchise mode is playable to me now that you can do this. There's different settings for slots and archetypes and making sure guys get the right abilities, but huge. This will allow me to do another franchise rebuild. The game comes out December 2nd on next gen. I'm hoping that I can get an Xbox One, an Xbox Series X in time for that, and that my roster will transfer over. I think that's around the date, which is about 3 weeks from now, that I'm aiming to start a new Madden series on this channel with next gen, with these improvements. Retirement improvements. We see a retirement screen now. It's just an aesthetic thing, but you can actually see who retires now. Now, all this is really doing is putting in a line of script that takes you to the transactions menu that you could already do. It's just reminding you that people retire this time of year. I think it would have been better if they put in scenarios when guys retire to be like, okay, Drew Brees is coming to me. Hey, I'm going to retire, I think. And then you say, maybe you have a coaching trait from your coaching tree that you can make a promise to him. If you come back, we'll win the Super Bowl. And if you fail, you hurt your coaching reputation. There's so much more potential surrounding retirements. This is extremely vanilla. And then these are things that we are hoping to expect mid-January. So we got to wait another 6 weeks. That's another thing with this is, how did this stuff take? What is it? It's November 11th. The game came out like the first week of September. So we're over 2 months, and it took you this long to add this stuff. It's just embarrassing. EA is just such a joke. I'm at least excited to try this stuff out. But this stuff looks cool. The stuff that they're working on is good, and there's reasons to be optimism. It's just the pace. It's the years of disappointment that it's just they have so much work to do. I mean, look at what 2K just rolled out. Not only were they actually ready for the next gen launch, but they came in with all these new franchise features that people are just glowing about, and their franchise mode is already more in depth. And they literally said I think this was a shot at EA. They were like, we thought about ripping out features because they didn't work well with next gen, but we knew that would bug our loyal, franchise or my league community. Yeah, no duh. People want features, and they don't want features taken out. But EA's heading in the right direction here. So you're looking at some more, two big things. Customization settings, so league settings for online leagues. The ability to override some of the things like Heat Seeker, Ball Hawk, Switch Assist. House rules. This is something down the horizon. This is really cool for realism leagues and competitive leagues. The ability to put in cooldowns on repeating plays is really cool. You won't have to monitor stuff like abusing plays or anything like that. So I think that's really cool for online leagues. You could even do it to yourself, and I wonder if that would help the calling by suggestions and not being so repetitive if you put these cooldowns in. So there's a ton of potential for that. Commissioner draft tools, stuff that should be in the game from the beginning. Things like assigning players to autopilot. I don't know why that takes so long. Commissioner override settings. We already did that. Ability to undo free agent signings, that's cool. And then this is big. This is something we've really been needing for a long time, and this is something that is big. This will be the big thing for next time. This time it was abilities being able to be edited and the regression trait stuff. This is a big improvement, especially inside a year. If we continue to get stuff like this, Madden will be in a good place in like 3 years. So this is computer draft logic for quarterbacks, certain timers allowing first-round picks to develop, more authentic windows for when QBs get drafted. Still need to see things like teams trading up for picks. There's no mention of that. I just want to confirm that. Yeah, I don't see any mention of trades. So there's some cool stuff down the horizon for January. Again, these are all, and this was to be expected. You're never going to overhaul a game once it's been released. EA already screwed up. Madden 21 is not a good game for people looking for a franchise experience, and it never was going to be. This is damage control. This is accepting like, okay, yeah, crap, we screwed up. What we need to see for Madden 22 is like real big features, and without giving out too much, I'm optimistic for that. We've done a great job as the franchise community to voice the problem here, and we're working up towards that. So I am excited to pick this stuff up. It's good stuff. It steps in the right direction. EA, you have so much more work to do. Don't act like we're going to just be cool with this. Like, I'm happy about it. I'm very happy that you guys are admitting your mistakes. You're working on this stuff. You're investing in franchise mode. This is stuff that needs to continue to get updated. There's a list of hundreds and hundreds of stuff, just like the things on this list, that are going to need to continue to be updated. I expect a long list of things just like this for Madden 22. A long list of easy stuff like playoff brackets and a retirement menu. Those shouldn't be features. Those should be, little cliff notes in a long page of updates that we're getting for franchise mode for Madden 22. So we're getting next gen, we're getting new features. We reached a new low in September, in August, we reached a new low with Madden franchise mode, and we're just a little bit above that low, hopefully trending up. So that's the review of the new features. Those are my thoughts, where we're headed. Again, please do hit that like button. Expect a series December 3rd, 4th, new rebuild. Expect a poll on Twitter for what team we want to rebuild. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. Peace out. We'll see you later. Cheers.